Hey everybody, welcome back. Chris at Christopher Farms. Got the GoPro Hero 4 back out with my wireless mic. Still having problems with it, troubleshooting some of it, so I don't know. To figure that, I need a new connector for it, and there's no place to get one around here, so I have to get one online. But at any rate, oh, there's a goose over there. So what's going on around the farm? Got a few things going on today, and stick around and let me tell you about them. All right, hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for watching the video, coming back, and if you're a subscriber, appreciate you sticking around and having a subscription to the channel. And if you're not a subscriber, great time to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, you can hit that thumbs up button, save you some time later on. So back at it today, and it's Friday, so it's worked my butt off Friday, because yesterday was worked my butt off Thursday. Pretty much Wednesday was worked my butt off Wednesday. But at any rate, so got some things done around the house, around the farm. I have got a bunch of green peppers that are ready for sale, and I got pumpkins coming on. So you might have saw my unboxing video from a couple of days ago that I got a sign making deal with a router and sort of the stencils and stuff like that. So I got some signs made up, says pumpkin, one says pumpkin, one says peppers, and I am ready to set some set some stuff out next to the road, a farm stand, and you know, somebody needs a pumpkin, they could stop by, give me a couple of bucks or whatever and take a pumpkin. And they have several of those around here, probably not as common like in the city if you're from around there, but yeah, folks, farmers and stuff that have large gardens or whatever, they'll set a roadside stand up, basically a farm stand, and an honesty box, and you stop. And around here you get melons and pumpkins and sweet corn when sweet corn's on, stuff like that. So in preparation for that, I cleaned up an area yesterday. I'll show you that real quick. So this area through here was all like overgrown, and you couldn't get in here and stand or anything. The trees were all overgrown. I cut several of the trees out. I cut a cedar tree down that I don't want a cedar tree on the property because of cedar rust and apples and stuff. And just cleaned all this area up. So my idea is to have, you know, my little farm stand right here, and I could put a canopy up, and it's got some shade from the trees that are in here. And there, I discovered that there's a pretty cool, you know, it was so overgrown, I didn't even know there was a rock wall back here, that somebody had just collected rocks, probably off the property, and stacked them here. So I don't know if I'll sort of leave it covered in moss or whatever, or maybe I'll come in and power wash it. Haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, I figure I'll put my little farm stand right here, have a couple of crates of green peppers and jalapenos, and then my pumpkins here, and probably put my sign out in front of this bush. I need to do some cleanup there. I got some dirt that needs to move, and put my sign out here somewhere so people can see it from the road. And yeah, so that was pretty much an all-day project yesterday, and it was nice because the sun wasn't out. It was overcast. We've got that, I don't know if it was remnants of the hurricane yet or not that are coming across, but we definitely had a cloudy day yesterday. It never did rain to speak of, sprinkled a couple of times. Got some more grass cut yesterday too. But today's mission, mainly in the morning before it gets too hot, is to go do transplants up in the high tunnel. So I'm gonna head up that way. All right, up here in the high tunnel, got it pretty much 95% complete, I guess. Ready for inspection. I don't know if I remember telling you guys. I don't know if I remember. I don't remember if I told you guys that my inspection that was supposed to happen a couple of days ago got delayed because the person that was going to do the inspection got ill. She thinks it's just allergies from baling hay, but in an abundance of caution, she asked if it would be okay if we delayed for a week. I was like, yeah, sure. So inspection on the high tunnel should be next Wednesday, same time as it originally was, just a week delayed. Shade cloths on. It was really getting hot in here. It was about 110 degrees one day, and it was all open and being vented naturally, so I had to put the shade cloth on. Not a big deal. It was actually easier to get on than I thought. Do need to do some stuff to secure it down. We're supposed to get some wind as this hurricane remnants come through. So I want to make sure I get it down pretty good. I mean, it's down now, it's in place, but I just need to make sure that it's good to go for a wind day and whatever. So it's cool in here right now. It's only about 76 degrees according to the thermometer. Got my thermometer over there. My electrical's all done. So that's cool. So what I'm doing now is I need to do the rest of my transplants, and I'm going to do it while it's cool in here and then get some water on them. These are some tomato, delicious tomatoes, and the leaves are off color, and they've been getting a good amount of water, so I think it might be nutritional, and so I want to pull them out of there and get them into the soil and get them watered in so they can start sucking all the nutrients they need out of the soil. So that's it. I've got these, and I've got some more over in the greenhouse, and I've got peppers in the greenhouse. So I think I'll probably have a couple more rows. I've got soaker hose. I'm not really pleased with soaker hose. I'm figuring it out. And I know a different way to do it that I want to do is hook up a manifold system, but I don't have the stuff at hand to do that. I'm just looking at all the weeds that have sprouted up. So I'm gonna have to come in here and do some weed control, it looks like, because I've got, looks like wild onion or garlic, whatever that is, some grasses coming in, some clover coming in. So yeah, and it's interesting because the part that got really wet, because I was figuring out the soaker hose and experimenting, has a lot more weeds in it than these areas that didn't get watered. So that's an advantage of drip irrigation or the soaker hose, is you're not getting weeds where it's not getting watered, so you have a lot less to worry about, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there you go. There's a little tip for you. If you do spot watering, it's a lot better for weed control, and I'm not getting any natural moisture in here, so that should be good to go. So let me get focused on getting some plants put in the ground. Looks like I have weeding on the agenda for sometime in the next few days. Got a couple other things to do too. I've got pants on. I got jeans on for the second time in like probably 6 weeks now, because I'm gonna be down on the dirt. And then I also have some weed eating to do, so pants will help out with that. So there we go. There's a little update and what I'll be doing here for the next little bit. So I'll bring you guys back here after a while. All right, so I've got everything transplanted that I have to transplant, and my spacing in the rows probably a little wider. I did 3 foot between 2 rows, and then 4 foot, and then 3 foot, 4 foot, so I'd have a little wider walking path to get through every other row. I don't know if that's going to be necessary or not, but we'll find out. That's what it's all about, figuring this stuff out. And then I've got 1 row left that I could put stuff in, so I could have done a little bit more, but that's okay. I've got a total of 165 tomato plants in the ground now. Most of them have been in for, I don't know, a week or so, a little under a week maybe. So 165 tomato plants. I think I counted about 63 pepper plants. I've got ghost peppers and Carolina Reapers for the peppers. I started some green peppers, it's just some California sweet peppers or whatever, and they never did germinate. I don't know. It must have been the soil that I was using, because it was old soil from last year. So I don't know. They didn't do any good, so I definitely won't use that soil mix again. But the tomatoes that I got in, I haven't lost one that I can tell yet. They've all come up, and most of them have really grown a lot, quite a bit, since I got them transplanted in here. And I can say the plants that I had transplanted in a week ago have grown a lot more than the plants that I still had in the greenhouse. So that was sort of interesting. So yeah, it's still only about 80 degrees. Actually, well, let's see, it was like 76 earlier. Looks like it's about 79 in here now. But hey, nevertheless, I'm covered in sweat, whatever. And but I got this done. Now all I have to do in here is water and monitor the temperature. If it gets too cold at night, I want to close it up. And if it gets too warm in the day, I'll turn on ventilation. But yeah, I think all the stuff is transplanted into the high tunnel that I'm going to have. So it's like August, into August. So I'm hoping for an Indian summer so that I can extend this out as long as possible. I'll make it past like the first freeze in October. I'm hoping I can make it into November, and we'll see. I got a lot of stuff in here, and I don't know if I'm ready to heat it. I don't have the stuff to do that yet, and I don't think I want to make that investment at this point, but we'll see. So yeah, on to, I think, weed eating. That's going to be fun. Talk to you guys here after a bit. All right, so take 2. I just did this and I didn't have my mic on, so thought maybe you guys would like to hear it. Anyway, Been a crazy busy day, as it seems like they always are. Looking over at the computer, it's about 7:30, and I honestly started about 9 o'clock this morning after I had breakfast up at Sergeant Rick's. So it's been a pretty long day. Did some of the stuff, did all the stuff I talked about earlier with you guys. Ended up in the shop tonight, and I think my theme for this week is a lot of marketing. Let me show you what I'm doing here, and not quite done yet. I've got Farms, Christopher, and I got the same thing on the other side. Yeah, it's backwards, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it here, and so Farms will actually hang underneath Christopher, and got the other stuff on the other side. So I'm going to take this over to my saw here in a minute and cut the signs out, run it through the planer, and get some of this surface stuff off, maybe get it painted up. Did some other stuff. Let me go over here and see. I won't see it. You guys will see it. I did some stuff today. So high tunnel stuff planted, covered that. Rainstorm came up, actually came in and worked in the shop for a while with the rainstorms. Not the hurricane. Hurricane, I think, is going to go through tonight or tomorrow, but it's going to go down south through Kentucky, so should be good. We got a nice little amount of rain earlier, and did check the newly planted stuff, and the radishes are coming up, so that's pretty cool. And waiting on the lettuce and some of the other stuff to come up. So showed you guys the area I'm putting the farm stand earlier. So got it sort of set up, and spin you guys around, let you take a look. So got the canopy set up. Canopy is temporary. I've got that shelter across the way. Can't see it here, it's the other side of the house, and I want to drag it over here and put it in this area, maybe make it a little bit smaller. But yeah, so this is really where I'm going to put the farm stand. The signage here won't stay here. It will go out on the road. I think that little mound right there make the perfect spot. I got to clear some stuff up there. That's technically the neighbor's property, but I don't think they'll mind if I groom it a little bit so people coming this way can see it. And then I think I'll take out that bush. These things are god awful. There's some fruit that they produce, but man, they take over. They're crazy. So I think I'm gonna get rid of that. I've got another big one down there, and that one actually is the same thing, and it took over this whole area. They're crazy. So I think I'll take that out. I don't really like it there, and that'll get a good visual for my sign. So yeah, I got all this set up today, went up and did some harvesting. Let me show you guys what I got. Not a lot, I mean, you know, I don't have a lot out, but I've got some sweet banana peppers. I got some jalapeno peppers, got some green bell peppers, got some Tennessee spinning gourds. Those are pretty cool. If you don't know what those are, so look them up. You can spin them like a top. I wonder if I can do that right here. Oops. Yeah, there you go, Tennessee spinning gourd. You sort of snap. So yeah, kids play with that, or people will decorate this up for you know, Thanksgiving, or once it dries, the color pretty much goes away. But then people will paint them and make them look like people, or you know, like that's the nose, right? A couple eyes up there, little mouth underneath, you know, stuff like that. So so yeah, got a couple pumpkins out. The vines were dried up, so they weren't going to grow anymore. Got a lot of more pumpkins out there. So yeah, it's a start, you know. Got some more signs to do. Need to get something to put signs out, hang them down. Got the Christopher Farm sign up in the shop going on. So yeah, got a lot going down. Talked about weed eating earlier. Oh, there's a big storm head up there. Talked about weed eating earlier. I did get that done, what I wanted to get done after the rain came through. It's pretty humid around here. I need to shower. But let me see, I don't know if this view will show you that or not, but out over here there's a nice cloud formation over there. That might be some of that hurricane stuff coming through. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for coming back if you're a subscriber. If it's your first time around, hey, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out, helps you out. You'll be subscribed to the channel. You can hit that notification button, and I'd appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button too. Thanks everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one.